Hello and welcome to everybody who's joining us today for a storytelling session. I'm Kyler. Just wanted to say hello to everyone. I hope everyone's having a nice Friday. Give me 1 second while I actually plug in my computer real quick. Hope everybody's doing well. So we're going to be reading a story together today. Hang on, let me close that. A story together today called The Brave Monkey Pirate. So I'm going to be reading it to you guys. I hope you enjoy the story as much as I do. When we're done reading, what I'm going to have my lovely assistant do over at Talent Nook is she's going to unmute you guys if you have any questions. So you can actually raise your hand via Zoom and she can click on you and you can talk directly to me when we're done with the story. Okay, so I guess we're just going to start right away. So this is called The Brave Monkey Pirate by Hayes Roberts. One day, the pirate Modi was out running errands with his mom. So here he is on this little pirate ship with his mom. They shopped for groceries and ate peas at his favorite restaurant. So for some reason, he's really big on vegetables. I don't know why. Then the pirate Modi's mom said, "Oh yes, we need to stop off at the doctor's office for a quick checkup." So here's a little checkout space. The doctor checked Modi's heart, his blood pressure, and his knees. Looks like they might have a little pet here too. Then he explained that Modi would come back the next day and get a shot to protect him from scurvy or something. The pirate Modi did not like shots. I definitely don't like shots, so I definitely know where he's coming from. That evening, his father came home and Modi told him all about his visit to the doctor. Modi's father said, "Modi, I know of something that can help you. Take this map and my fastest ship and find it. Also, if you stay very still for the doctor, you can have some ice cream." So Modi followed the map through the wildest seas. It seems we got someone in the chat. Hello. Over the wildest seas and climbed up volcanoes filled with fiery lava and sneaked past creatures so terrible that they will not be described in this book. Seems like we got some maybe dragons down here. Until he reached an icy castle on top of the mountains. Inside, he found a great crab wizard on a crab wizard throne. So this is the crab wizard, and I think these are penguins. The crab wizard spoke these magical words. "Monkey pirate, because you have braved many obstacles to get here, I will give you this rock. When you get a shot, you must squeeze the rock very tightly and count to 3. You will be magically taken into the future, where the shot will be finished. Also, you can have some ice cream after." So ice cream seems to be the biggest promise here today. The pirate Modi thanked him and sailed back home to get some sleep. The next morning, he took the rock with him to the doctor's office. So in case you can't see, here's the little rock that Modi's holding from the pirate crab, it seems. The doctor hummed a little song and filled up Modi's shot. So here he is filling up the shot. And there he is holding the little, it looks almost like an egg, but I think it's a purple rock. Modi closed his eyes very tightly, squeezed the rock as hard as he could and counted 1, 2. There's the doctor. 3. The crab wizard was right. The shot was finished. The brave monkey pirate was now immune to scurvy and some other stuff. And he had ice cream on the way home. The end. Okay, so that was pretty quick. So we're actually going to probably read another story once I answer all of your guys' questions. But go ahead now and raise your hand on Zoom, and my partner is going to unmute you, and I can answer your questions, okay? So whenever you're ready. Hello? I don't think I can hear you. Looks like we're having some problems here.
What? Okay. did the monkey do? Wait, the crab was a wizard, so that means when he has a son, the son will become a wizard?
You mean if the crab had a son? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the way, so Modi's a pirate because his parents are pirates. So I think if the crab had a family, then yeah, his son or his daughter would probably be a wizard too. It's a very good question. Do you have any other questions? Or anybody else have any other questions? Looks like we have somebody else. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, I had a question. I was just wondering that, like, the guy that gets the shot, I was wondering what animal it was.
What animal it was? So the story is called The Brave Monkey. So he's supposed to be a monkey. For some reason, the artist kind of makes all their characters look a little the same, but he's supposed to be a monkey. To me, what did he look like to you when you see this? Did that look like a monkey to you?
Well, it looks like it's type of a like fish or something. I don't know. It looks kind of weird.
It's a little weird. I think because the eyes are really big. His eyes are like up here. We know monkeys don't have eyes up here. Yeah, it looks a little like a fish now that you say that.
Because like the hands are kind of like flippers.
Yeah, I kind of see that a little bit. Oh yeah, it does look a little like a flipper. Okay, so so besides you, obviously he doesn't look too much like a monkey. Did anybody else have any questions about that? Or any opinions about what maybe the monkey looks like? Hello? See somebody else. Hi.
What do you want to say?
So I was asking that
What? How do you squeeze what you were asking me?
how did the monkey squeeze the rock?
How did the monkey squeeze the rock? I think he squeezed it very tightly. So here's my little AirPods case. I'm going to use this as an example. So we're going to flip this up. So pretend this is purple and pretend it's a rock. I think when the monkey was getting the shot, you saw him kind of go like this, right? He got really, really calm, and then he squeezed it really tightly like this. So that's how he did it. And then apparently the rock was able to transport him from when he's getting the shot to after when he gets the shot. So he actually got to skip all the pain that comes from it. So that's what happened. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that was great. Anybody else have any questions? Hello, we see another person here. What's going on? Hi.
How did the crab know his father?
How did the crab know his father? That's a really good question. So I think there we can make an inference or a guess about maybe how they know each other. So since Modi's father is a pirate, maybe he's traveled there before. Maybe they became friends doing something together. So that's probably my best guess, that maybe they're like friends from like another adventure, and now he's helping, you know, his best friend's son. But I think they leave it up for your own imagination. So why do you think the crab and the father know each other?
Because like maybe because he saw maybe he saw his father.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe his father once needed to get, you know, a shot done, and he was in pain, and maybe the crab gave him a rock too to hold. I think that's a good way to think about it too. Very good questions, you guys. I see a lot of people are talking in the chat too, so I just want to address those questions. Yes, you can raise your hand if you want to talk to me. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. Someone else wanted to know my name. Again, my name is Kyler. I'm a tutor at Talent Nook. I see we have another person unmuted. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. What questions do you have?
I didn't see the doctor giving him a shot.
Right, so let's go back and look at that really quickly. So here's the doctor about to put the shot into the arm. Then we have this page that doesn't have any dialogue. no writing underneath it, I should say. And then we have this where the doctor's throwing the shot away. So that's intentional. It was done on purpose. They're trying to show you that this magic rock actually helped Modi get the shot that he needed, but we don't actually see the doctor giving him the shot. It kind of helped him almost time travel a little bit. So have you ever heard that? That's what happened. Great questions. Anybody else have any questions? Yes, hello.
Not unmute. Not there.
Yeah. Okay, ask.
Didn't wanna.
You didn't want to ask?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, that's totally fine. Does anybody else have any questions? Anything at all? See somebody in the chat. Let's take a look at that real quick. See a lot of ums happening. It's okay if you don't have any questions. Did anybody have a favorite part of the story? We can talk about that too. See someone in the chat. You can unmute yourself, or you can raise your hand. I'm so sorry. Raise your hand and then you can talk directly to me. Anybody? Oh, we have somebody. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Sorry, she doesn't want to see.
Okay. I know it's kind of hard to talk over Zoom with a lot of people. So if you don't feel comfortable, you can always type in the chat too. If you can go to the chat at the top of your Zoom, you can talk to me there. Hello. I see a picture, but I don't know if they can hear me. Hello. No? Ooh, we got some people happening in the chat here. Looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with this person. So maybe we can try somebody else. Does anybody else have their hand raised? Anybody? Can you please unmute yourself? Yes. I think for the person who wants to talk right now, you might want to try unmuting yourself. There's a little button that has like a little, I don't know what you would call this, almost like a little speaker phone, but you want to unmute that so you can talk. If not, we might have to skip to somebody else. Okay, does anybody else have any questions? Any comments, concerns about Modi and his adventure? Okay, if not, give it one more second. If anybody has any comments at all, go ahead and ask them now. And we do have somebody. Hello.
I was thinking, actually, I don't think the rock actually like time travels. I'm thinking that it removes like when the fish or like monkey thought about the rock, it removed his mind from the shot, and then he didn't notice that the shot was complete. So I think that.
I think that's a really, really good point to make. So I think there's a lot of ways that you can interpret or understand how the rock works. So maybe for some people, for them, the rock definitely makes people time travel. And every time I say The Rock, for some reason, I think of the celebrity The Rock. It just makes me laugh a little bit. But for some people, maybe The Rock actually means that Modi can time travel. Maybe it gives him some special power. Or in your case, which I think I agree with your point more, maybe it kind of helps him focus on something else so he doesn't even feel the shot going into his arm.
Yeah, like he's distracted by like something else.
Exactly, yeah. I think when you squeeze something like this, in this case it's an AirPod case, but if you squeeze something like this, it kind of takes your mind off of what's going into your arm. Very good prediction to make. I like that a lot. Good job. Does anybody else have any comments about that? Or has anybody ever gotten a shot where they needed to squeeze something? Yes, hello.
Sarah, what do you want to ask?
You can ask me, I can wait.
Yeah, say. What is he holding? What do you want to ask?
What is he holding in his hand?
He is holding the rock that he got. It's a
And
purple
who
rock.
gave it to him?
So if you look right here, we have a little crab. This is called the crab wizard. And this is the purple rock that he's holding. And what this does is it's supposed to give him this magical power to time travel, or as somebody else just suggested, focus on something else while he's getting his shot. So it comes from this little crab. We don't know how this little crab knows Modi's dad, but we know that it comes from the crab. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Okay. Did you like the crab when you saw him? Does he make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad people like the crab. Somebody else in the chat wanted to know if we could read another story, and we do have time to do that. So I might put a pause on answering any more questions. And what I might do is go back. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna go back here with my kind of trippy Wi-Fi at the moment. So last time we read Invisible Alligators. We just read The Brave Monkey. We're going to read the last book in this sort of series by this author, The Wiener Dog Magnet. Okay, so for some reason this author is very big about monkeys, and their monkeys kind of look like fish, so we're just going to bear with it. Once there was a little monkey named Kiki Marie. After cleaning her room 16 times, she took her allowance to the magnet store. So here's the magnet store that she's heading into. There were magnets to choose from. So all these things that you see here, these are all little magnets. So they're not real people, they're magnets. She picked the Wiener Dog and paid 1 nickel. She loved the Wiener Dog magnet very much. She took it everywhere she would go and showed it off. And showed it all of her favorite places. Seems like this might be like a little wood area that they're going. But she got close to the river where but she got close to the river where real Wiener dogs live, and something strange started to happen. Real Wiener dogs were sticking to her magnet. So in case anybody's confused at this point, what happened was she went and she bought a magnet from a magnet store, like the ones that they have in San Francisco if you've ever been there. And it's a magnet of a Wiener dog, so it's kind of small like this. But when she went to the park, a bunch of real Wiener dogs started sticking to the magnet. So now we've got real dogs sticking to a magnet. She tried to walk on, hoping they would fall off or something. So look, they're all just coming flying in towards the magnet right now. But they didn't. So now she's got like a whole herd of magnets. Finally, the dogs were so heavy, she couldn't even carry them anymore. She wished she had picked a different magnet. Suddenly, she heard a loud noise. There in the river were 2 alligators trapped in the rapids. Kiki Marie had an idea. And that's why there's a little ping light bulb going off over her head. She gathered all her strength, mostly from eating broccoli, and hurled the Wiener dogs across the river. She's making almost like a Wiener dog rope. Due to the magnetism, or the connections between all the Wiener dogs, they formed a magnetic Wiener dog bridge. And the alligators collapsed in safety. The king of all the alligators presented Kiki Marie with the blue ribbon for saving the day. And she and all the Wiener dogs slept very soundly that night. The end. Okay, so we just went from reading a pirate story of someone who has like a magic rock to escape a shot to another story about a girl named Kiki Marie and her magnetic dogs. So I'm sure you guys have some questions. This is a bit more of a confusing story. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and raise your hand on Zoom and I'd be happy to answer your questions. Hello, hi.
So I thought that like the Wiener Dog magnet actually attracted like real Wiener dogs, not just like like your normal like magnets that attract metal or something like that. But they actually, yeah, so if she picked an owl magnet, I guess like an owl would stick to her magnet. So
You're 100% right about that. I think that actually clarified stuff for a bunch of people. So yes, she picked up a wiener dog magnet, but it attracted real wiener dogs. So real animals got attracted to the fake magnet. So just like you were saying, if she had picked a giraffe magnet, giraffes would have come. If she had picked an owl magnet, owls would have come. Same thing with fish and the snakes and the monkeys. So you're exactly right.
I had one.
Oh, I think we might have unmuted him too quickly. I'm sorry. Go ahead and ask your other question.
So I was thinking that when I think it's because the same author, remember in the last story we read that there was like from eating peas, the monkey was eating peas.
Mm-hmm.
So and on the page where she like makes the bridge, it said that mostly from eating broccolis.
Yes, that's also a really good observation. You're very good at making observations. All of you are. Let me see. Yes, mostly from eating broccoli. You're exactly right. This author,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the monkey's like eating like vegetables and healthy stuff.
Exactly. This author is all about healthy stuff. So she really wants you guys to eat your vegetables. So if you learn anything from today, it's eat your vegetables because you never know what's going to happen. Thank you for those comments. Very nice. Does anybody else have any questions or comments that they would like to make? Hello. Hi.
Yes. So my question was like how did the wiener dog know the monkey's house?
How did the wiener dogs know the monkey's house? Do you mean at the very end of the story? Like here? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because they all were still stuck to the magnet that they all just went home with her. So now she has like, I don't know, maybe 15 wiener dogs that are now going to live with her. So that's what happened. So yeah, they didn't necessarily know where she lived, but because they all got attracted to her magnet, they're now basically her pets. Does that make sense?
I didn't understand. I didn't understand.
Okay, I'll explain it to you, okay?
If you have any other questions, you can always come back later or you can put them in the chat. Hello.
Why couldn't the alligators swim in the river? I thought alligators could swim.
I think alligators can swim. You're 100% right. But they were trapped in something called the rapids. So what happens is when you're kind of near a waterfall, the water's moving really quickly. So if you try to swim, it actually is hard to get back to shore. So if they went into the water, it's actually dangerous than just standing on the rock. So you're right, normally alligators can swim, but if it's rapids, if the water's moving too quickly, it actually can be dangerous for alligators. So that's why they needed help. Does that make sense? Okay. Anybody have any other comments or questions? Yes, hello.
Hello.
I can hear you now. What's your question?
How did you know where the queen was?
How did they know where the king was?
Yeah.
Hang on. This scene? Is this the scene you're talking about?
Yeah, how did she know where the queen was?
Probably because the alligators that she rescued, they probably took her to the king. Like they probably were like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for helping us. Let me take you to a ruler so that way they can thank you for helping us. So it probably was the other alligators who took her to the king. That makes sense?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, great. Does anybody else have any other questions or comments? We have time, so I can talk to any one of you. Yes, hello.
I think I didn't have a mistake. I forgot to. I didn't have any question. I think I forgot to. I did it by mistake.
I'm sorry,
I
say that.
I did it by mistake.
Oh, you did it by mistake. That's okay. Does anybody else have any comments or questions? Yes, hello.
Hi.
Hi, I can hear you.
How did the wiener dogs make a bridge?
How did the wiener dogs make a bridge? That's a question I really don't have an answer to. Let's take a look at the picture though. So they made a bridge, right? And they said something about magnetism. So if you've ever played with magnets, you know that magnets stick together. So for some reason, because all the wiener dogs got attached to maybe like a little tiny magnet, they suddenly became like magnets themselves. So they just were able to attach to each other. I'm not entirely sure why, but again, this is kind of the world that we're living in this book. So things like this can happen. We're living in the world where monkeys can talk, where wiener dogs can stick together, where alligators for some reason can't swim very well. So in this world, it just makes sense that wiener dogs can make a bridge. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Does anybody else have any questions? Hello?
Can you please read the book again?
Please read the book again. Let's see. What I can do is have my friends at Talent Nook send you this story when this is done. I think that probably would be a better use of our time because there's other people who have questions and we only have like less than a minute left. So I'm gonna have the people at Talent Nook send this story to everyone who attended today's session so you can read it at home with your family again, okay? Okay, we're gonna go with okay. Does anybody else have any last minute questions or comments that I can answer? 1 minute, please.
I can't hold.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay,
I'll
okay.
do the bedroom.
1 second, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, 1 second. Does anybody else have any last minute comments or questions that I can answer? Nope, I think everybody's good. Okay, well, thank you so much for attending today's session. I really appreciated it. Unfortunately, I forgot to pull up my little URL at Talent Nook because I was experiencing some technical difficulties. But in the email that you receive after this, I'll see if we can attach the URL to my tutoring profile. And hopefully you guys enjoyed today's session. I always enjoy talking to you, and enjoy the rest of your 3-day weekend. Bye, you guys.